Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are going to be going over melee flak, and when I say melee flak, I mean Rakk Stab, the Stinger Fish Slap rack build that does insane things and insane damage. This is a build made by Quag, so I'm going to be linking his Twitch channel in the pinned comment down below. Also, if you're new to this channel or you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and like the video to see more Borderlands 3 content just like this. And with that being said, let's break down the build and do a test run through the true Malawan takedown. So this build is pretty crazy and it revolves around a couple key interactions. One awesome thing is the new Peregrine class mod for Flak is actually one of the best class mods for this build. It's very exciting to use this. What this says is whenever Flak's racks hit an enemy, they drop a grenade, and this effect has a short cooldown. So this fits literally perfectly into Rakk Stab, and we can even get 4 points into Interplanetary Stalker. Now, one of the main grenades we're going to be using is the Fish Slap grenade. Now, it doesn't matter which one of these that you have, but because this is a melee grenade, it got the melee mayhem scaling, so it does lots and lots of damage, and we're using some really interesting interactions to basically compound this damage, double dip damage, and just all that crazy stuff. Now, the other key piece of gear is the Stinger Shield. You're going to want to farm up a Stinger with Action Skill Start. Honestly, I like using the Corrosive one. If you go somewhere like the Guardian takedown, you're going to want to toss on the Shock Stinger because, you know, Guardians are mainly shield. This Stinger is basically a Nova that deals splash damage and melee damage, and at the same time, the Fish Slap deals splash damage and melee damage. What's really awesome about these is the interaction with the White Elephant. Basically, when a Fish Slap or the Stinger triggers the White Elephant, you double dip all of your splash bonuses because the melee triggers the White Elephant, and then the White Elephant is a grenade itself, and since it's based off the damage of the melee hit, you can essentially double dip your bonuses. Now, the White Elephant is not the only piece of gear you can use. You can use a Static Charge for some insane value. You can use Unleash the Dragon with the 300% anointment. It actually gets pretty crazy. But the White Elephant or the Static Charge is really the ones you're going to want to go with. And definitely look for the Knife Drain because, you know, that gives you lifesteal. Now, like I said, you can definitely use a Static Charge instead of the White Elephant. The Stinger combined with a Static Charge is actually pretty insane and does some pretty absurd damage. But I really like using the White Elephant because it lets us use our Fish Slaps with the Peregrine class mod as well. So basically it all ties together a bit better with this setup in my opinion, but just keep in mind that the Static Charge is very, very strong. Now when it comes to weapons, you're pretty much just looking at a couple options. Obviously the Face Punchers, these are great for flying enemies, and also if you go into fight for your life, you can get one with the 300 anointment, or you can get one with the Action Skill and melee anointment. And then there's one other interesting weapon that I prefer using in this specific gear setup, and that is the Wyvern. This is a rare blue alien pistol that can roll the splash damage anointment, and it can roll a melee part. So let me just show you guys why this is so important. Basically, if we go into the parts, you can see that the alien barrel actually gives melee damage. And then there is another part right here that gives us more melee damage. So this is actually the highest melee damage you can get on a weapon that can also roll the splash anointment. Now, obviously, this is a blue weapon. You're just going to have to keep your eyes peeled while you're farming. But in the meantime, you can grab something like a Cutsman. This has 60% melee damage on the card, if you see that. And then this can also roll the splash anointment. We're not actually going to be shooting these weapons. We just want the melee parts and the splash anointments. Besides that, another weapon you can look out for is any COV pistol. COV pistols can get 120% melee damage on the card, and then you want to use the 300% anointment. So the 300% anointment is good in certain circumstances. It's very, very good with the Unleash the Dragon. It's very good with the Static Charge. It just kind of depends what you're pairing things with. But if you're using the White Elephant, I really do believe you want to go with Splash because you will double dip your splash bonuses between these items. Now, quickly going over these skill trees, we got a pretty simple setup. We did end up picking up Megavore and Head Count. Even though our melee won't actually trigger Megavore, our bonus elements, as in the bonus radiation on our Fish Slap, can trigger Megavore, and so can the Static Charge, I believe. It's kind of just a flex slot we're taking to be able to trigger head count a little bit more so that we can spam some more racks. Besides that, we have obvious skills like Interplanetary Stalker, Hunter's Eye, big game. These can actually give you bonus damage to your melee and our novas and our splash and our grenades and all of that good stuff. In the green tree, we basically got down to turn, tilt, and run. This gives us health regen while moving, and we wanted to get Eager to Impress. We kind of just spent the rest of the points into green tree here. So Furious Attack, max Eager to Impress, because we're not going to be triggering head count as much, so we actually do want the max amount of points into Eager to Impress. Get our racks back. And then obviously you gotta pick up Lick the Wounds. Now there are a couple ways you can go down in this build, and I will be telling you guys about that during the gameplay, but yeah, you do want Lick the Wounds. It's gonna help you out a little bit. And a big source of damage is our blue tree. Using He Bites and Frenzy. Frenzy actually boosts our melee, our not directly our splash. It boosts our non-gun damage sources on top of actually boosting gun damage. Same with Pack Tactics. Pack Tactics is the other huge one that you're going to want to grab. But it's some pretty obvious picks otherwise, like Barbaric Yop, Psycho Head on a Stick. We only stuck 1 point into Who Rescued Who to get down the tree. And yeah, that is the skill tree and the gear broken down. Like I said, Quag is the one who put this build together. Go check out Quag on Twitch. Go drop him a follow. He definitely deserves it. He does some pretty cool things over there. But we are going to go play through the Maliwan takedown because this build is absolutely nuts. It's very, very strong, and you guys are going to see some of the damage we're doing, and definitely stick around for that Wotan kill. So the Face Puncher is kind of important because, some of these guys on the turrets are really annoying. There's random, flying enemies and fight for your life. The Face Puncher can be really important. But otherwise, I actually just carry around the Wyvern. So this is our Wyvern with Splash Anointment. You can see we pretty much just wreck everything. Now, you pretty much just want to toss racks and throw fish slaps. And that's the whole build. Basically, the fish slaps, like I said, will double dip, help double dip your melee bonuses. And then the Stinger Shield does some insane things as well. And we basically just get to run around and cast racks and just do absurd amounts of damage. Keep in mind, we are on true takedown. And look, just like I said, when we go into fight for your life, just pull out the Face Puncher. There you go, right back up. Also, your pet can come heal you. Now let's go take on the Kraken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some racks, trigger that Splash Anointment, and I'm just gonna throw fish slaps at all of these enemies. And yeah, there's some pretty insane synergies with Groundbreaker, with just everything. Everything compounds and makes this build insane. Alrighty, we're already at the Valkyries. Let's go ahead and get our Splash Anointment active and start chucking some slaps. And there we have it. Now, that's actually a good thing right there. I just went down. One way you can go down is actually hitting yourself with your own fish slaps. And it unfortunately happens a little bit more often than you'd think, because it's kind of hard to control where they go, once they get going. And I don't know if that was Groundbreaker or just our Splash Anointment, but dude, we just literally wreck with this build. It's actually ridiculous. You can do true Maliwan takedown, true Guardian takedown, whatever you want. I think we actually hit ourselves with our own fish slap there. Let's go ahead and chuck one at this dude. There we go. And let's take out the next Valkyrie. One other thing you have to watch out for is barrels. Barrels will kill you. You're gonna have zero chance around barrels. And like I said, make sure you're chucking your fish slaps. Okay, that was Groundbreaker. That had to be Groundbreaker there. But yeah, make sure you're chucking your fish slaps because this is actually a big source of your damage. It's a really good one, especially, look at that. Literally, yeah, that was insane. All right, this one doesn't look like she's gonna be coming down here. Let's go ahead and throw some racks at her. And those racks trigger the fish slaps and finish them off. This build's just so much fun to play. It's literally just so much fun to play. So I had to showcase it. And racks, go ahead. Let's finish her off with some racks. There she goes. All right, let's move on to the next area. Alrighty, coming up on the bridge, make sure you take out the barrels, dude. I promise you, if you cut out these barrels ahead of time, I definitely smacked myself with that one there, but you want to take out all the barrels. You are using a Nova Shield. That is literally one of the only ways you're going to go out is with a barrel. And now that we got most of them out of the way, let's go ahead and just start taking on the bridge. Just chuck fish slaps, throw racks, and yeah, I'm just going to showcase a quick bridge finish because this build is absolutely just so powerful. And what's awesome, you want to throw fish slaps, because if you accidentally do go into fight for your life, there is a lot of times where just a couple fish slaps bouncing around will randomly just, you know, hit a couple enemies and get you some kills. Between Groundbreaker, Mayhem Scaling, we just take everything out. And it looks pretty dangerous, but it works out. Let's toss a couple fish slaps again. Send some racks this way. And I think we're done. Yeah, we actually are done with the bridge already. And like I said, that fish slap took me out right there, so lick the wounds is important. Lick the wounds is very important, because you will hit yourself with a fish slap without realizing it, I promise. I promise you.
Thank you, girl.
But it's all worth it. Alright, this is going to be a pretty fast Wotan kill. I'm just going to leave it unedited once we get in here. Let's go ahead and take out his shield. Let's toss a rack. Let's throw a slap. There we go. Alright. I'm actually going to go for this kill. I'm trying to get him into double barrier phase up there. I couldn't do it. Alright, no biggie though. Let's go ahead and take Wotan. This phase out. Alright. Now, yeah, we're going to send some racks in there. Alright, let's go ahead and just finish him. Let's get both. Come on. I think we missed the top F. Yeah, we missed the top F there. Usually you can just jump into them and you'll get them both. I don't even want to pull out my... Okay, there we go. Guys, that is Rakk Stab. This is absolutely bonkers. Like I said, you can use a nice mix of different melee artifacts and stuff like that. I prefer the white elephants with the splash anointment, because I really enjoy my fish slaps doing the maximum damage as possible and not just relying on like the stinger and like a static charge. But Quag, I'm pretty sure likes using the static charge a lot. I haven't asked him the last couple days which one he prefers, but there you guys go. Go check out Quag's Twitch. And if you guys enjoyed this showcase, if you guys enjoyed me playing it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.